This video is an introduction to guitar, a few things that you need to know in order to be able to play your guitar in remote learning. Just a reminder that I'm going to send out at least one of these pre-recorded videos every week for something for you to practice and work on, and then everybody will have at least one day where they have a lesson, and we'll do it live. And that's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. So if you already got your guitar, awesome. And if not, make sure that you get a hold of me or get up to the school on a Tuesday or a Thursday while we still can and get a guitar. Okay? Alright, so let's talk about the first thing about the guitar. Let's talk about is some of the different parts on it. And then we'll also talk about the names of the strings. We'll talk about how to keep the strings in tune. And just a few different tips for taking care of it. So just a few things around caring for your guitar. Alright, let's get started. Well, if we start at the top, this part of the guitar, you scooch over a little bit, is called the headstock. And the headstock contains the tuning pegs. The tuning pegs will change this pitch of the strings. So listen real quick. Here's the thickest string. It's also called the E. So tuning pegs are what tighten or loosen the strings on the guitar. If you turn them too far one way or too far the other way, you could break it, or just not be able to play a song because you're way out of tune. The sound hole is where the sound is coming out of when the strings vibrate, and the vibration happens inside of the body, and then that vibration is heard as the sound is allowed to come out through the air. All the vibrations are able to come out through the air, through the sound hole. The bridge is holding all the strings in place, and so this is a very important part of the guitar. It doesn't matter if you have a $1,000 guitar, a $500 guitar, a $100 guitar. The truth is that without the strings, which cost $5, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, without the strings, it doesn't matter how much your guitar costs, because you can't make a sound. This is the neck, and this is the fretboard. Fretboard is where we actually do the work with our fingers. So when we play the guitar, the frets are where we press down on the strings. So let's start with this string. This is the top of the guitar, right? The top of the guitar, or the part that's closest to me. Alright? I like to say the string that's closest to me, because literally it is. It's also the thickest string. It's called the E, the low E. And that's how the low E sounds. So go ahead and play your low E. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright, the next string name is A. Let's play that one again. Here's A. The next string name is D. Go ahead and play it. After D is G. G. After G, we have B, as in boy, B. And then after B, we also have another E. So the thinnest string, the one furthest away from you, is called the high E. same tone as the low E, but it's just a higher octave. We'll talk about that word octave later. So E, A, D, G, B, E. I'll say that again. E, A, D, G, B, E. Those are the names of the strings. Elephants are delightful giants, but endangered. That's a way to remember them. Alright. So those are the names of the strings. Now, some of you may have realized when I was playing that your notes don't sound like mine. Alright? That's probably because they're out of tune. They get out of tune because if the guitar gets bumped, maybe it got knocked around in the car, whatever, easy for these tuning pegs to get thrown out. So I'm going to show you probably the easiest way for you to keep it in tune, and that's going to be by using YouTube. And on YouTube, I plugged in Guitar Tuner in the search menu. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to use this as a way to try and tune my guitar. I'm going to press the play button. So it's giving me an E. Now, I'm just going to, on purpose, make mine out of tune. Alright, if yours sounds something like this, low, okay, low, and you listen to the note on here, what you need to do is compare the two. Which one sounds lower and which one sounds higher? Because that's going to determine which way you turn your tuner. So when it's lower, that means you need to turn it so that it makes the pitch higher. So listen as I turn it. It's getting higher. If I turned it the other way, it would just keep getting lower and lower and lower. So you got to at least compare it. Which one is, know if yours is lower or higher than what you're comparing it to. So now they match. I was able to turn it enough to be right where it needed to be, but I didn't turn it too much. If I turn it too much, now this one is higher than that one. If I kept turning it, which I'm not going to, I very well will break this string. I want to point out one other thing about this. These three tuning pegs, if you have to turn it, I'm going to say when you turn it to the left, it makes the pitch go higher. When you turn it to the right, it makes the pitch go lower. This is another trick I'll show you, but not yet. Okay, so again, turn it to the left. On this side, it gets higher. Turn it to the right, and it gets lower. This side, when you turn, is the very opposite. So when you turn it to the right, it'll go higher. When you turn it to the left, it'll go lower.